It is the most recognizable tool in human history. A simple stick of wood and graphite.
But beneath the yellow paint lies a symphony of global engineering.
To understand its perfection, we must travel to the deep forests of the Pacific Northwest.
Here, the incense cedar grows, prized for its straight grain and softness.
It takes decades for these giants to reach maturity, ready for harvest.
Sustainable logging teams select trees with surgical precision. The grip is firm. The cut is instant.
Gravity takes over.
Branches are stripped in seconds, leaving only the valuable trunk. The logs are bucked to precise transport lengths. Heavy loaders stack the timber for the journey to the sawmill. Leaving the silence of the forest for the roar of industry. Miles of highway bridge the gap between nature and factory. Arrival at the slat mill. Here, the logs will be transformed. First, the rough bark must be stripped away. Huge circular saws square the round logs.
Check the alignment right there. Looks within tolerance.
Gang saws slice the block into smaller lumber planks. Precision cutters slice the planks into thin pencil slats. Each slat is wide enough to make 9 pencils. Defects like knots are identified and removed. Moisture is the enemy. The slats must be kiln-dried. Days of heat stabilize the wood to prevent warping. A reddish dye gives the pencil wood its traditional color.
Wax is infused into the wood fibers.
The treated slats are bundled, ready for the pencil factory. They may travel across oceans to the assembly plant. Meanwhile, another journey begins underground. Graphite. Mined from the earth, this carbon form is naturally slippery.
But pencil lead isn't just graphite. It's a precise blend with clay.
Water is added. The ratio determines the hardness of the pencil. The mixture is milled for days to remove any grit. A filter press squeezes out the water, leaving a solid cake. The paste is extruded under massive pressure.
Knives cut the continuous strand into pencil-length rods.
They are soft until fired in a kiln at 1800 degrees. To ensure smooth writing, the porous cores take a bath. The cores are now tough, smooth, and ready for the wood.
At the pencil factory, 2 distinct streams of raw material finally converge. The cedar slats enter the production line at breakneck speed.
The depth must be exact, calculated to half the thickness of the graphite core. A layer of industrial adhesive is applied to the grooved surface. Graphite cores are dropped into place with mechanical rhythm.
Every groove receives a core. There is no margin for error.
A second grooved slat is slammed on top, creating a sandwich. Hydraulic pressure bonds the two halves into a single, solid block. The blocks are clamped and heated to permanently set the bond. Razor-sharp blades carve the wood away to reveal the top profile. A final cut separates the block into 9 individual pencils.
Raw, hexagonal pencils emerge for the first time.
High-speed sanders smooth the wood to prepare for painting. The iconic yellow lacquer is applied in a liquid curtain. Each coat must dry completely before the next is applied. It takes up to 8 coats to achieve the perfect finish. Precision blades trim the ends to remove excess paint. A heated die and gold foil apply the brand's signature, sealing the pencil's identity. This mark is a promise of quality, recognized in classrooms and studios worldwide. Next, the ferrule, a precise metal ring designed to marry wood with rubber. And the eraser, synthetic rubber plugs, soft and ready to correct mistakes. In a split second, the ferrule is pressed onto the wooden shaft, immediately followed by the eraser, completing the classic silhouette.
Metal teeth crimp the band, locking the components in a permanent grip. Before packaging, high-speed cameras inspect every single unit for perfection.
Computer vision systems instantly identify and reject any flaws.
But human hands still perform the final check for feel and balance.
Some batches are pre-sharpened, ready for immediate use out of the box.
A perfect, centered cone of graphite and cedar. The mark of precision.
Mechanical fingers count them into the classic dozen, the standard unit of sale.
They slide smoothly into the familiar green and yellow packaging. Sealed and secured, the box is now a self-contained creative toolkit.
Bundled into bulk packs, they are wrapped in plastic for retail distribution.
Robotic arms stack the heavy cases onto pallets with tireless efficiency. Millions of pencils wait in the distribution center, ready for the school year.
Orders are dispatched. The factory door closes on the manufacturing journey.
From the loading dock to the highway, the journey to the consumer begins.
From the factory floor to the stationery aisle, the journey nears its end.
Stocked on shelves, they wait silently for a purpose.
Look,
Chosen
the
by a
yellow
student,
ones.
ready to begin a new year of learning.
on the list.
The seal is broken, releasing the scent of fresh cedar and lacquer.
The ritual of sharpening transforms the blunt cylinder into a precision tool. A pristine point of graphite and clay, poised to create.
The first mark on a blank page begins a new story. In the hands of an artist, it becomes an instrument of expression. For the engineer, it is a tool of precision and calculation.
From the giant incense cedars of the misty Sierra Nevada mountains
To the ancient, crystallized carbon mined from the deep earth.
Combined by human ingenuity and industrial precision. Simple, reliable, and essential. A masterpiece of design.
It needs no batteries, no updates, and never crashes. And if you make a mistake, it forgives.
A humble tool that has sketched the past and drafted history.
And in the hands of the next generation, it will write the future.
The wooden pencil. Perfection in the palm of your hand.
This is how it's made.